Hello wonderful people, welcome back to my channel, and today is so fitting. I am located in the southeast portion of the United States and we are dealing with Tropical Storm Debbie. But let me tell you what the rain has to do with what we're going to talk about today. All right everyone, it is a wet one out there, but what I want to talk about today is having some form of savings, whether it's an emergency fund saving or you're saving towards your house or you're just saving for the sake of savings. Just know that when you are saving, that money is going to get used for something, because it's not a matter of if it's going to rain. Right now it is raining. That's why I wanted to talk to you guys outside for a little bit, just so you can see that it's not a matter of if, it's just a matter of when. But I still think in 2024, with all the inflation and everything that's going on with the economy and rising interest rates, and is the Fed going to change that? Is he not going to change it? What's going on? Credit cards are like starting to charge daily interest rates. I don't know if we're going to go into how to save money, but we definitely are going to talk about why you need to save money or whatnot. And let's just go ahead and clear the air. It is nice to have 3 to 6 months of expenses, but everyone's not able to do that. Especially in this day and time, we do not know what people's incomes are looking like or anything like that. But what I can tell you, and what we do know, is that whenever you have $10, $20, $100, $5,000, however much you have, when something happens, it lessens the blow just that much. So that's why it's important to save. I'm telling you, you want to be able to better cope and have something become an inconvenience as more so an upset, and saving will actually do that. Now there's various reasons why you could save. I named a few before, whether you're saving for an emergency fund or you're saving for a down payment on a house, you're saving for a new car, you're saving for vacation. Either way, having something put off to the side is always more beneficial than not having something put off to the side. And then when you start thinking about saving for, I don't want to say everyday expenses, but you're saving for like vacation or a new car or like towards maintenance or anything, what we like to call that in the personal finance community is sinking funds. And I've made videos before about sinking fund categories and how you can save for sinking funds. Essentially, you have identified an amount of money that you need for whatever particular the case may be. And for this, we are going to go with car maintenance, because car maintenance is expensive. So you've identified that you're going to need new tires in 6 months or whatnot. And tires are going to cost you $1,100. I don't know if that's how much tires cost, but that's what we're going to go with. So if you know that in 6 months you're going to have an appointment with Firestone or Sam's Auto or whatever the case may be, and you're going to purchase 4 tires, you're going to purchase 4 tires for $1,100. Set aside a monthly goal for that. Let's see what that would be. I probably should have just stuck with whole numbers, right? So $1,100, and usually tires at Sam's is a little bit more cheaper. Discount tire is good too. That's actually where I take my car. So $1,100 divided, let's just say we want to do, I get paid twice a month. So let's break it down by 12. So we're going to divide that by 12, because that's 2 pay periods per month. It's not every other week. The military does not get paid every other week. We get paid twice a month, the 1st and the 15th. So 6 times 2 is 12, divide 1,100 by 12. That means every paycheck I need to be saving $91.66, and for my own sanity, I would just round that up to $92. And that's how you work with sinking funds. Now, when we were paying off debt, or after we paid off debt or whatnot, and we established our emergency fund, that was our next big thing. But since we didn't have any payments going to debt, all we had was our everyday normal expenses, such as like groceries, gas, gymnastics, daycare, things like that. Everything that we were putting towards debt went towards our emergency fund, and we were able to build our emergency fund in like 3 to 4 months. And even now we have a sitting emergency fund, and whenever we use money from it, I always replenish it, I always keep it going, because it's comfort for me, it's nice to have. But then 2, what did I say at the beginning of this video? It's not a matter of if, but when. So it is important to save. And I also think, depending on the type of person you are, just having something in savings can add a sense of comfort for you. Like, it helps you sleep at night, because again, it's one less thing you have to worry about. So if something happens and now you are in the emergency room and you need to pay your $500 deductible, I don't know how much deductibles are, I'm just using that as an example. But if you need to pay your $500 deductible, well, that's what your emergency fund is for. And I'm not saying that you need to have $20,000 right now just sitting there waiting. What I'm saying is start where you are at. So if you got $10 in your wallet right now, go put it in the back of a closet in an envelope or something. Let me show you guys what I use. Okay, so this is not like our actual savings. This is what I use here when like I have spare change or anything, and I just, whenever I take it out of my pockets or my purse, I put it in this little box that I'm pretty sure wallet came in, and here it is. And then what I'll do, this is like fun money, because we also have one back home, and it's just a little shadow box that we got from Hobby Lobby, and it says like fun fund or like vacation fund or something like that. It's really cute, but we'll just put spare change or cash, or like if we sell something, we'll put it in there. And I do the same thing for this. And when we go somewhere, if we want to go out to eat, or if we're just going to like a farmer's market, that's the money we'll grab. Or like if there's a book fair and we forget to get like add money on the Scholastic account or something, that's what we'll do. We'll give my daughter that cash so she can take it to school, or like if the ice cream truck is coming, that's what that money's for. It's just something quick and simple, but this is also a way to save. So when we were really heavy in Dave Ramsey and the baby steps, and let me tell you, I'm getting back on that. My husband, I don't think he wants to hear it, but I'm getting really heavy back on the Dave Ramsey because I want to pay the house off. But that's not what we're talking about. But I also have a cash box that's back home, and like when it came to divvying up our cash for like our cash envelopes and just our sinking funds and everything, that's what that cash box was for. There's nothing wrong with savings and cash. It does take a special sense of discipline though, because it's very easy to spend the cash when it's there. But the psychological aspect of it is when you spend the cash, it is no longer there. So it kind of goes hand in hand. But start where you are at. I know there are some bank accounts that make it kind of easy, like the Capital One 360, where you can have multiple accounts. And then like what we do though through our bank is we just establish several accounts, several saving accounts, and then we just label them as needed. And then we contribute money as needed. And honestly, when it comes to like our emergency fund, and this is something you should consider too, once you reach your 3 to 6 months of expenses, you really can set that money off to the side. And let me tell you, your emergency fund is not there to make money for you. Now, if your bank offers a high yield saving account, then that's great and kudos, you can put it in there. Our emergency fund is not in a high yield saving account. It is through the bank that we bank with so that we can have access to it, because I don't have a debit card or anything for our high yield account. What I do have is the ability to wire transfer, and it takes up to 5 business days. So our emergency fund can easily be transferred to a checking account where we can either A, write a check, or B, use the debit card, or get cash if we need be. So we have access to it. So make sure you have access to your emergency fund. Other things can go towards the high yield savings account, like if it's something long-term, i.e. like saving for a car or like some type of vacation or anything like that. But if we're gonna need access to it at some point, I would say probably within the next 6 months, it just sits in our normal bank where it doesn't have like any special rates or anything, but we are able to transfer it around as needed. I think another reason why you should save money, and I don't know how often people are really talking about this, but it's so that you can have flexibility at work, in life. You're not obligated or tied to something, especially if you have your 3 to 6 months of expenses. I would, if you're gonna like leave a job or whatnot, I would recommend you have closer to 6 months of expenses so that you're not necessarily rushed or stressed in the job finding process, but it offers you flexibility in life, and that's very important. And I don't think we talk about it enough. You may not want to stop working completely. You just may want some time off. And sometimes when you get time off, it's not necessarily paid. So to have that coverage of income still coming in or still there, even though you're not working, and it allows you to take that time off, because I'm pretty sure, and don't quote me on this because I'm in the military, so I don't know how it works in the civilian sector, but all maternity leave is not paid. So some people, even when I was in college and I was working in the restaurant business, I would see women have children and be right back to work in like 2 weeks. And I don't think that's good for the body or whatnot. And like, I can't control it or whatnot. It's policy and all that great stuff. I won't go down that tangent, but just think about things like that. Maternity leave, paternity leave, just taking time off, relaxing, going on vacation, and not worrying about how you're going to survive when you get back because you weren't getting paid. That's another reason why it's important to save. We kind of touched on this a little bit, but save for your life goals. And like vacation, that's, I'm not going to say it's small, but that's important. But think about college savings, your 529s, or your gifts to minors, or your house down payment, or saving for your first car, or helping your child buy their first car. What different life goals or events can you save for? And it's not like we just work a job for 10 years and then, oh, here's 20% down payment for a house. That's not how it works, people. You got to put that money to the side. You have to do something in order to have that money. And that something you have to do is save and grow your money and be responsible with what you're doing and how you're living, so that you are able to save that money for your life goals. The final point that I'm going to bring up, and I don't want anyone to get mistaken, because we all wake up and go to work and work hard for our earned income. So I don't want you to think that I'm saying give your money away or whatnot, but I think another important reason to save is so that you are able to help others. What you can do with money, you can give, you can save, and you can spend it, right? So save, but then you can also give, whether it's through charity or like being able to use your time because you're able to take off work because you have saved something off to the side. But help others. Use it to help others, whether they are less fortunate than you or they're just trying to get a hand up, not a hand out. There's a variety of ways that you can help others with the money that you have and the money you save. I think, I don't remember if it's Bill Gates or, gosh, what's that guy's name? Warren Buffett. Well, basically, all of their money is going to be given away to like charities and like other nonprofit things, and their children are just getting a small percentage of that. And I hope these reasons resonate with you and you take it to heart. And again, if you get paid this Friday, I'm not telling you to dedicate your whole paycheck to savings, but if you can spare $10 or $15, just put it off to the side, and it accumulates brick by brick. Base hits, $10 here, $10 there, $10. So 10 Fridays, if you get paid every Friday, is $100. You know, and then you can slowly increase it because eventually you get used to living without it. So it is important to save. It's not a matter of if, but when. And I'll see you guys next time.